today's video, I react to military memes. Hi, I'm Kylie, just another Army vet. I make military, medical, and veteran-related content. Alright, let's get this started. When you actually read the regulations, everything is against the regulation. You ever sat down and read this thing? Technically, we're not even allowed to go to the bathroom. AR-670-1, that's wear and appearance of uniform. It seems like everything is against the rules. You can't have your hands in your pocket. Apparently, you cannot walk and be zipping up your jacket or your Gore-Tex. You can't. It's like everything is against the rules. Yes, if you have a uniform on, or maybe on your seat, yes, you would try to use your military status to get out of a speeding ticket. Yes, I've never had to do that before, but yes, maybe 50% of the time it might work. They might just give you a warning. Welcome to the barracks. It's your job to keep this place spotless. There have been some pretty effed up barracks all over every military installation. Mold, ant and cockroach problems, and like dry rot, and just in some buildings they need to be condemned. I mean, and they have done a lot of upgrades, but the thing is, so they put you in this crappy barracks, and then it's your job to keep it spotless. Like, make sure your room is clean, but then also like the hallway and the stairwells and the entrance and the laundry room and all that stuff, and the place is already a wreck. It's just like what do you want me to do here? As soon as you get off that bus at reception going to basic training, that's like one of the first things you have to do, is counting off. Even once you are in the Army 10, 15, 20 years, no one seems to be able to get it right. It's like, no, it's... no one can get it right. Usually this happens when you're in a bus or something, like coming back from a range or a class or whatever, and you're trying to count off to make sure everyone's accounted for, and no, it's like, no. The greatest fighting force in the world, and we cannot pull off a simple from front to rear count off. No. No. We can't do it. What people think the military uses most, what the military actually uses the most. This could not be any more true. This literally sums up the military, like, completely. I actually made a video that I'll put right here, and it is all about what it's like to be an enlisted soldier in an active duty field unit. I'll give you a hint, it's not a lot of weapons. Coast Guard, you guys always act like you're better than me. Army. Well, we are better. No, actually, yeah, there's this big rivalry going on between all the branches of the military, and honestly, we can probably knock Coast Guard off of that and just put in Space Force. So you will get these like O1s or O2s, these little butterbar LTs who think they know everything, and they get into it with like an E8 or an E9, and who has been around 20, 30 years, and they pretty much know everything. They get like hurt feelings, and they try to give them shit. It's, yeah, this happens. Freaking egotistical officers who think they know everything, and they don't. The NCOs are the backbone of the Army or the military. I think that LT needs to file a hurt feelings report. So apparently Trump and Kanye have been in cahoots all along. Yeah, because, yeah, those two images actually do kind of look like them. New car, new private, the steep interest rate. One thing that happens all the time is that once a new soldier is finished with their advanced schools and a boot camp and all that, they go to their new unit, and what's one of the first thing they do they buy a car at some horrible interest rate. Like this happens all the time. At Fort Stewart, when we in-processed, it took about, I think, 2 or 3 weeks, and the paperwork that we had to sign says that we were not allowed to buy any car until at least we got to our unit. Yeah, new privates, oh, the bank account full of money, and they want to just show off, and oh, I have a new car, and they don't even think about the interest. 2003, basic training. They do the night infiltration course, Nick at night, and you have to crawl 100 yards, I guess low crawl, high crawl, and with all your gear on, and they're firing live rounds over your head. Artillery sims are going off. It's crazy. Have you ever tried to crawl 100 yards low crawling or crawling at all? Yeah, it sucks, and it tears up your elbows. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I actually have a hack for that to help protect your elbows. I'll post a video on that one of these days, so stay tuned for that. Oh. So night vision goggles are a highly sensitive item, similar to a weapon or maybe a plugger. So the whole thing is that you have to have it on you. We do serial number checks twice a day if you're in the field. Someone like an LT who just like leaves it in the porta-john or whatever, I mean, he's not going to get in trouble. If you were to do that and the LT found it, oh, you'd be in a world of hurt. I wholeheartedly agree with this gentleman. For you civilians out there, 03 o'clock is 3 a.m. and 09 o'clock is 9 a.m. So range going hot, that's when you can actually start firing the rounds. And the Army and the military loves for you to be early for things. So you're going to the range, and yeah, you have to beat your company at 3 o'clock in the morning for formation, and then weapons and breakfast, then checking your equipment, and it's like you're waiting and waiting, and then finally you get to the range, and then like hours later the range finally goes hot. It's, yeah, a lot of that going on. When you realize that recruiter lied to you. Aww, the look on his face. Sometimes they can lie. Not always. I was not lied to. I think my recruiter just sugarcoated things a little bit and made things sound a little more glamorous than they actually were. But there was no like absolute lying. Where in other cases, some people have been blatantly lied to. So, just depends on the recruiter, I guess. But yeah, they're not all bad though. When my knees start getting effed up, my knees, this is the worst ruck march of my life. My back. The worst ruck march of your life so far. Ruck marches, they will kill your back, your knees, and your feet. This is about right. This just in, the capital is not deployment. Yes, that's true. A deployment would be like going to Iraq or Afghanistan or something. Not the capital. Capital would be a mission they were activated for, but it's not a deployment. There's going to be no capital deployment pat or campaign ribbon. No, sorry National Guard. We do thank you for your service though. Yeah, when civilians see this picture, like, oh, so sad, sleeping on the floor with all their gear, but us vets, like effing National Guard, always getting it easy inside and shit. That's living the life of luxury right there. Even the parking garage, I mean, that was luxurious. If you want my opinion on the whole parking garage thing, yeah, I'll put that video up right there. Absolutely ridiculous. Maybe they shouldn't have been kicked out of the Capitol. I'll agree with that. But them sleeping on the floor in the Capitol or sleeping or resting in the parking garages? Oh my gosh, the world just completely overreacted to that stupid shit. Alright, so we had to cancel your 4-day pass. We need you to cover down CQ on the Saturday of that weekend. Oh, CQ, that's charge of quarters, where you just sit in the barracks for 24 hours on duty, just make sure it's clean and that people aren't passed out like in the stairwell, essentially. And visitors get checked in or signed in. If you get CQ duty during the week, it's like on a Thursday, it is awesome, but then on that Friday you'll be off on recovery, which is great. But the thing is, if you have it like on a 4-day weekend, so you're off from Friday until Monday, and you have it on a Saturday, that means that Sunday you're already going to be off. But that's also recovery day. That completely sucks. Generally, on a 5-day work week, Thursdays are the best day to have a CQ or staff duty. Having it on the weekends, it absolutely sucks. I'm Combatives Level 1 certified. Actually, I am. That's true. I am Combatives Level 1 certified. Combatives is the Army's fighting technique, and you get the basic stuff at boot camp, and then when you're in your units, you can actually go to Combatives Level 1, and then Level 2, Level 3, I believe. But yeah, just because you're Combatives Level 1 does not mean you're a UFC fighter. Hate to break it to you, but no, you're not. What my rucksack can hold, what my platoon sergeant thinks it can hold. So when you go to the field or deploy, whatever, they have a packing list. I'm like, okay, you need to pack 100 uniforms, 10 canteens, It can be hard to fit everything in your rucksack or your duffel bag according to the packing list, because it's very specific. This is going in your duffel bag, this is going in your rucksack. In all reality, it does not matter, but yeah, this is pretty accurate though. Yes, that happens. One thing about being in the military is that you have to have your phone on you, and you have to answer your phone and answer your text messages, because if you don't, then you get in trouble. It's this big thing. Yeah, you will have group conversations going on with your whole squad, including your NCOs, but then you'll have one with the whole platoon, and then you might have one with just the junior enlisted soldiers and not the NCOs. And that other guy sent that text to the wrong message thread, but I just would not want to be that guy. If you like more videos just like this one, then check out this reaction playlist right here. Until next time, thanks for watching. Signing out.